Make sure that this is working right now. Saying that we're live. Check on this. There we go. Perfect. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, and today I thought it'd be kind of cool to do kind of like live comp of this whole event. Let me know if there's anything here, anybody's tuning in to change anything up. I think the music might be a little bit loud. Let me see. Down here. There we go. Check this out. Boom. Let's do that. Awesome. So I'm going to leave this up for this video if you're going to be kind of tuning in after this cop, kind of like my thoughts on this Fog Essentials drop. I thought it was a little bit more interesting than a lot of the kind of like other drops that he's been doing recently. A lot of it just seems like rehashed, kind of like essentially what I'm wearing right now with this Fog Essentials. So I thought it'd be kind of cool, do a live cop, kind of like my thoughts of the whole, what's it called? Whole collection in general. I thought the collection kind of fit perfectly with what I've said before about essentials, is that having essentially cheaper alternatives to the mainline stuff. I think that Jerry has been listening to a lot of the community. You know, a lot of it, like, it kind of looks like this represent stuff, you know, where it just all kind of looks the same. I thought it'd be kind of, you know, I expected a little bit of this, but not exactly this. So, you know, up here we can kind of see, get a little bit of glimpse since a lot of this dropped yesterday. You know, maybe some thoughts about resale, stuff like that. I think some of the stuff I actually really liked was this Fear of God like style hoodies. Looks like it did sell out, despite the fact that it's saying it didn't. Or maybe it did. I'm just blind. No, yeah, it doesn't say sold out. Weird. But yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts. I really like that. The mock neck long sleeves I kind of dig right now. It has that like not fear of God. It has that represent look to it that I really like. I thought this green looked really nice when I was looking at it. And overall it's just great. Hold on, let me check. So if you ever want to look at like a Fear of God Essentials drop, the Locust and Wild Honey Community by Paul Flanabella, probably one of the best tools to be able to kind of get either like an early link, anything like that. People kind of talking about the drop. If you guys have questions on it, they're going to be the best people to ask. I don't tend to buy too much essentials nowadays. I tend to just buy whatever I see that I like. And honestly, it's like I'd rather just buy a represent item that I know fits a little bit better and has better quality for long term than a lot of this like Fear of God essential stuff. So let's get. I'm gonna keep kind of looking over because I've done a little bit of looking, but I haven't done that much. Let me put up. Where is it down here? I have chat down below, so I'm just gonna make sure I have that all enabled. I actually really like some of this black 1977 stuff. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but I like the fact that it's a little bit more of that mainline styling. I'm a little curious on how it fits. It's more of that raglan cut that a lot of the other stuff wasn't. So a little bit curious on that, but we'll see kind of how I feel about that. A lot of this like polo stuff, I don't think it works for me personally. I kind of dig it though. Like those are probably some of my favorite pieces. I've been seeing it on like 100 Thieves. Hold on, let me see if I can find 100 Thieves jersey. Since I'm a big geek too when it comes to like gaming and all that. But like their like thing looks really, really nice. I really like the look of it. And it kind of plays off that similar kind of styling that this has. I'm gonna refresh, just see what happens here. So if we're gonna buy anything today, because you know if I don't buy anything, it's not the end of the world. I'm not really gonna be paying resale for anything. I'm not I don't like paying resale for clothing, you know? Like that just like you're gonna spill something on it and then you're gonna lose its resale versus something like shoes where it's like I feel like it holds its resale for a little bit longer. So we'll see on that. I really like this mock neck. Like I don't I never know how I feel about like logos dead center. I almost would have liked it a little bit more to like the chest. But I think it's my personal preference on that one. And kind of going down. Like, he's got like a lot of different stuff. Let's see how this is selling. Yeah, everything pretty much is sold out on his website. All the website dropped yesterday, so if you didn't know, now you know. This reminds me a lot of one of the represent pieces I really liked. It's the kind of cable knit turtleneck. It looks a lot like a represent piece I'd seen in the past. Let's keep going. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is just selling out. It's kind of crazy. The coach's jacket I actually dig, but I feel like coach's jackets almost need to be a timeless piece, and it's definitely not a timeless piece. It's definitely something that because it has a big brand on the back, it makes it hard for me to buy. Even the represent one, that I know I think is around this price too, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it's just like the same issues with that for me. Like I just can't buy something that is $160, has a logo on it, and I know it's not a timeless piece like that. Because I know coaches jackets, bomber jackets, all of that can be a timeless piece. And the fact that it isn't, like, I don't know, doesn't really make me happy. Yeah, let me keep moving on. Oh, let me check in on the sound since I haven't been able to kind of dial it in. Like the same issues with that for me. Yeah, there we go. Sounds pretty good. Just wanted to make sure everything sounds good. These quilted pullovers are actually pretty nice, just not my style. Same with the rugbies. I dig them, just wouldn't ever wear them. Thermal Henley, $200. What? Oh, I don't know. $200 for a Henley. Oh, okay. Oh, see, if it includes the pants, that's not bad. Yeah, I think it includes, yeah, thermal Henley and thermal pant. Okay, that's not that bad. Let's see. Kind of waiting. I'm gonna refresh Facebook, refresh PacSun because I feel like, yep, there we go. Lines queuing up. I'm gonna put this on my second monitor, and we'll see what happens here. Usually, people post a kind of link in this Facebook group, but I think I read that they're not really gonna be doing it this time. So I'm gonna keep an eye on this one, see what happens, see if anybody posts a link. To kind of get in a little bit early. I've read that you can't now from the group themselves and the guy who usually posts the link. So we'll see what happens. A lot of women's stuff. I don't know if my wife would personally like the fleece skirt, but that's definitely an option. Check. Let's see. So we got a lot of, I don't know, I don't like that stuff. I don't really care for the football jerseys. I have the baseball jersey. It just doesn't really fit perfectly, you know? It's not the best thing on the planet. Like, I don't know. I kind of dig these velour pants like that. Like that's pretty nice. Let's see. T-shirt dress. That one's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, a lot of like women's stuff. I guess, you know, I like the fact that like they're kind of including the kids. I like the fact they're including the women's. The only bad part is when you're shopping on your phone, which is what I noticed yesterday. Like all of this kind of blends together because I don't think I saw any kids on there. It just says essential screw neck. And like besides the price, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference. And if you're shopping on your phone on his website, like it's just a little bit difficult. The Big E, I think it'd be cool to see kids in. I'm not gonna lie, but like, I don't know. I feel like if your name doesn't start with an E, it's just gonna feel very, very weird to kind of like do that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, got kind of like past seasons pullovers. Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about the raglan cut on these. Like that's the big um question. Like I don't know. Like that's like I don't know how these new raglan cut styles fit really. Like it's a big mystery to me. Since I haven't owned anything. The last one I had, like it fit really big in the chest area and it fit like pretty small at the waist, like very cinched at the waist. And for a bigger dude, like I don't know, for me it just wasn't that good of a look. Other people may be different. I feel like if you're smaller, I feel like fashion in general kind of fits like smaller people a lot better than bigger dudes. Myself included in one of that. So let's see. Check on this down here. Just trying to see live chat or anything like that. Cool. So I have that going. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick kind of up here. Um, I kind of dig. Let's see the t-shirts here. Yeah, I kind of dig the style. It's just very simplistic. It kind of brings it back to some older Fear of God essentials that I really enjoyed. Where the branding was very minimal. Like even this, you can barely see it. I kind of like this chest logo, as you can kind of see by like the represent. Well, I've mentioned represent a lot. I love represent. I should probably do one of these for represent. I think it'd be kind of cool. Probably like sales or something like that. If you can get in earlier, kind of things of that nature. I think it'd be pretty cool. So let me close out a bunch of these because I'm getting a little bit lost on like where everything is. I don't know. I kind of like this 1977 on a hoodie. I don't think I like it as much on a crew neck. On a t-shirt, I don't know. Like I feel like because you're putting such a big logo straight on your chest, having something that is a little bit larger, you know, with a hoodie and makes it look a little bit comfier. Like I really like that. Let's look at this. I think my wife would really like this kind of like what color is it? Can't even tell you. I mean, it's saying it has a 1977 flocked graphic on the chest, and that's not true whatsoever. Essential Sphere of God polo. I think that's a kid's one for 40. I think it is. Could be wrong. I don't sweatpants. Sweatpants are always like the one thing with Fear of God. So I bought a pair of sweat shorts. And I think they were like, yeah, like $70 for a pair of sweat shorts, and I got them in. I was gonna make a video, but I just felt bad. Like they came in, they had a hole in both pockets, and like I get they're made in China, but when you're charging $70 for a pair of sweat shorts, they need to come in pristine condition. Like I get there's quality control issues all the time. I get that there's things like that of that nature, but when you're charging that prices that Jerry's charging for some of these, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's acceptable. Could have been a one-off, but I've had a few items from Essentials, and I've seen a lot in this community group of people who complain about the quality of their Essential stuff. I mean, that's kind of like why I haven't really bought stuff too. Like, since we have some time, let me look up represent. Like, just overall, you know, you're paying obviously going to be paying more for some of the stuff depending on like what you want, and it is a substantial difference in price. Don't get me wrong. Like Essentials is the entry level. It is like that fast, I'm not going to call it fast fashion, I almost did, but it's almost at like equivalent, you know, of like something that is expensive. This is definitely more luxury when you're looking at prices, but I feel like represents kind of like that. Like nowadays, I used to say John Elliott was like the price to look at when it comes to a lot of luxury goods, of like how much you're paying for the brand over how much you're paying for quality. And in recent years, John Elliott's definitely changed that to be a little bit, how do I say this? John Elliott's, when he got investments by a lot of big guys like not John Elliott himself, from LeBron James, people like that, his quality kind of stayed the same, but all of his prices started to climb, and you don't see it much outside of sales. Sales is usually where you start seeing those price increases kind of hit. And it's like the very unhidden thing 'cause everybody has sales. Even like some of the Fear of God stuff, like some of the puffer jackets, I saw it on sale. There was like a different style hoodie that was on sale a few weeks ago. I mean, you don't see it unless you're really looking for it, unless you're in groups like this where people are talking about it. But Represent goes on sale every year, I think twice a year, usually once right after summer or during like the summer season, and then once for Black Friday. And that's usually when you can tell kind of like their lowest price they're willing to go on stuff. And John Elliott, he used to have his flash sales where for like a week, like some items would be on sale for like maybe 50% off, stuff like that. And nowadays it's like maybe you get 20% off, maybe get 30, and a lot of the denim just costs a lot more. I know this is a what's it called, a essentials live stream, but we're just waiting down below. Like, let me show you guys. Where is it? Let me do this. Let me go to this. I'm gonna double check it up. Yeah, there we go. We're still just waiting in the PacSun queue right now. Nothing exciting's happening over here, so that's why I'm just kind of talking about not essentials, talking about John Elliott. Some of the brands I really like and feature on this channel a lot. But you can see, like, let's just look at a pair of denim right now. Like Cast 2, like 478, like that's high end of what it used to be. And it's like it's a pretty like I would say that this is a pretty basic John Elliott wash. Like there is some like nice detailing to it, but this is definitely luxury. And even 598 for a pair of Cast 2s, like I I don't know. They used to cost like 250 to 300 for not on sale for like a very basic pair of Cast 2 denim that doesn't really have any special washes, anything like that. And nowadays it's like, I didn't even realize that they're going for like $500 now. Like this was like a maybe $400 all day long. Like this is a pretty plain days wash for 448. Like I'm trying to see if I can find one that I remember. I think is this the iodine? Oh, the Nimbus. I always get too confused. But it's like, I don't know. Let's see. I think this is the pair that I have. Yeah, the carbons. I really like the carbons. But like 448, these haven't really changed in price too much retail. But it's just one of those things where it's like they charge so much and their prices on sales haven't really gone down. And Represent, a lot of the prices have started to go up a bit, but their denim's pretty much stayed the same since they got them. And I think their quality personally has gone up over time. They're using a little bit softer denim, maybe a little bit too much polyester for my liking, but they make them really stretchy and comfortable if you're wearing like a little bit more of the skinny fit denim that I know is not really in. I got big quads, and I feel that like when I wear straight or like slim pair denim, like it doesn't fit any different in my quads, but like around my calves it just looks like an ocean. So it's almost like I don't know, I just pretty much just stuck to like skinny slim fits for the most part. Personal preference on that one. Like I feel like I've grown out of like just fitting trends like this. Like it would literally look like I got big ass quads and non-existent calves. Okay, like that's just what it is. But yeah, if you're looking for a brand that like is a step up from essentials and not quite getting Fear of God mainline prices, and even in like a lot of the mainline stuff, like I mean, let's just talk about it right now since we're right here. But like I really like this baseball hoodie, but again, $700 for a hoodie that, in my opinion, has like the same quality, give or take, as a $200 Represent one. And if you buy a lot of stuff from Represent, like I never pay these retail prices, even if it's not on sale, because of just how much I've been a Represent like loyal shopper over the years. And so like it's just something to keep in mind. Like this is the hoodie I'm wearing right now. I love it. It fits great. It's been, I didn't think I'd like the color, but I love the color. Like green, I've been digging. I get tempted by this like gray one, even though it's out of stock. Like these other colors definitely make me a little bit like I should probably get that. So that's like kind of why I haven't really bought much essentials, because it's like I'd rather buy like one hoodie that I really like than buy like two hoodies that like I don't really care about, even though it's like the same price. Kind of looking here now. Back to the essentials live stream that people would tune in for. Got some coffee brewed on deck this morning. I got a protein bar here too, since worked out already this morning, so kind of enjoying that. I'm gonna do this real quick so I'm hearing crunching. All right, I mean, so again, I'm still kind of put that here. I'm still just waiting here. 7:55, so should be live in like a few minutes, give or take. While we continue this, you know, like I've never given really much thoughts on like this mainline stuff. A lot of it, I don't like this. Like, I think I went through my phase of really liking the FG on stuff, but like this, I don't know. I don't really like that. I like the a little bit more simple. I don't care for the 7 personally. I feel like it almost dates the piece to a collection instead of letting the collection kind of like speak for itself. Like when you think of a lot of Jerry's items, you think of stuff that's kind of timeless. And even like the G, you know, it's like I feel like you can at least be like, oh, that's from like 7th collection. Like I don't need a number telling me which collection it is personally. I love the wash though, don't get me wrong. This wash is amazing. I've seen it in person. Really good. But this hoodie, like, I'll be real, I always get tempted by it because I just love the way it looks. The watch is like this very like vintagey black, without getting too crazy. I like the kind of 2 buttons here that makes it a little bit different than a lot of the brands you're seeing that are kind of copying Jerry in terms of the buttons. I like them just because I don't really ever care for, you know, the, how do you say it, drawstring, couldn't think of the word. So it makes it really nice of a thing. So we can kind of see here, we got 2 Fear of God baseball in red. I love the color red. I think it's my favorite color. And even like kind of looking at it, but I dig it. Let me go back and pull up this. I'm gonna show you guys. So I went to the Fear of God garage sale in LA. Which if you guys don't know, let me see if I can do Fear of God. Is it garage sale or like sample sale? I forget. Maybe a sample sale. I forget. Yeah, sample sale. Garage sale was like the original one, and I picked up a lot of items there. I've never, like, you know, being like 7 3/4 head size, you never find stuff in your size. And I actually picked up 2 of these hats. And I'm actually planning on giving this one away. It is a 7 3/4, a little bit dirty right now. I tried this one on and I tried the other one on. I just like the other one better a little bit. In terms of like just tags and kind of stuff like that. So I have this. I'm probably gonna give it away in a video soon. I haven't really made videos just because of how busy I've been with kind of like my own company, starting that up. I've had time right now to kind of live stream since I haven't started my work day yet until was it 9 a.m. my time. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to hop on. This might be something I do on a regular just to see kind of like, even after, you know, just leave this up. You guys can kind of get my thoughts on kind of like everything happening. You know, I feel like it's good to get different people's opinions. I'm not really much of a hype beast anymore. Kind of grew out of it. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like when you grow older, like I'm 27 now. When like 27 and married, it's like your priorities definitely change. And one of the things that I really like personally nowadays is watches. So I've actually got 2 now. So I have a Tudor and I have an Omega here. So I like to kind of switch it up. That's been like what I like a lot right now. And there's some items that definitely hold their value well. I'm not gonna really say that they go up in value, but who knows? Pandemic, you never know. Everything happening in Ukraine with Russia, you never know like how much that everything is gonna go up in price or not. So I have two really nice watches that I really like. I actually, if you guys are ever in the market, the Tudor Black Bay, I think it's Tudor Black Bay Heritage. I got this from a coworker actually. And he gave it to me for a screaming deal. So I thought, I'm like, I might as well pick it up. You know, when you're married, your wife has to approve of big purchases like that. So that's kind of like where I'm at. It's something that I like. And I like buying that stuff a little bit better than I like, you know, you're not gonna have many of them because I've just been realizing like when I got this watch, I just don't wear my other one that much anymore. And you know, I truly think that every guy should have like one watch, and like that should be kind of like part of his everyday wear, honestly. Like that's me. Like grew up a little bit differently than most people. We're just waiting in line. I have another page up above, kind of like keeping an eye out to see if anybody posts a link. But everybody should be kind of letting pretty soon. I think the ones that I'm gonna go for on this one, so I'm a little bit curious. That's actually like, I don't know. I just like making sure like whenever I buy stuff nowadays that like I can get back when I pay for it at the end of the day. Um, it's not to say I'm gonna resell any of this really, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I just like making sure that like if I'm spending $100 on a hoodie and I can't return it, and if this doesn't fit, you know, like I just want to be able to like at least get my money back. Like I'm not really a person that's like looking to make money. See, this is kind of the one I was looking at. So it's looking like 200. So yeah, I'll get my money back. Like that's for sure. Like $101. Last sale is 214. So this is going down in price. Some of them start people getting them in hand. Probably just gonna be breaking even, which I'm okay with. I'm not like too crazy. But I think this is the one I'm gonna try to get personally. I really like Seafoam though. Like that Seafoam's really nice. I just don't know what my wife's size would be in a essential studies. What the hell is this? They're never getting $1,200 for that. And if someone spends $1,200 for this, like, you got other stuff to sell. I'm gonna be right back. I need to go use the restroom. I'm gonna keep this screen up. And oh, there's my OBS. So there you go. I'll be right back. Not too surprising. Nothing's really changed here. Yeah, I guess it doesn't surprise me too much. Let me let's put it back to this for right now. Kind of keep an eye out on anything down here. Yeah, it's pretty good week so far, guys. I know no one's really in this live stream right now. Let me double check on that. But you know, for I don't if you're in here, yeah, I don't see anybody. Let me double check. Yeah, there's nobody in here. Just one dude talking to himself. Just like normal videos for me though. They're not too crazy. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting, seeing what happens here. Essentials. How long does it take to ship? About a week. Yeah, a week to ship something. I guess right now it makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of cool brands coming out with unique things right now. Actually, 100 Thieves is coming out with their I don't know when it's dropping. Is it today or is it tomorrow? 311 at the compound, tomorrow online. If you guys are curious about 100 Thieves, see, I don't watch Attack on Titan. This collection almost made me wanna watch it just to be able to like wear it and not look like a poser. But this hoodie in general, underneath like stuff, I thought was like Perfect. I don't like the drawstring personally. I think it detracts from the look, and having holes, like, I don't know, it makes it look a lot cheaper than I think what they're aiming for, you know? I don't see the point of having drawstring on a hoodie personally. But that's just me. It's not like my style really to do all of that, you know. It's just not my cup of tea. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that, get rid of this, get rid of a lot of stuff. I have this visitor prioritization waiting room. We're still waiting. Nothing crazy happening just yet. It's just kind of plain. So just kind of talking through some other stuff. Sneaker drops. I think what was it? It's like the new Yeezy 350. See, like my wife really likes 350s, and I think it's the pure oat that she was really liking. Um, yeah, it releases next week, so we'll kind of see what happens there. See if it picks up or anything like that. Yeah, I think so. The pure oats in general, I think, are really nice. It's it's very much like a cream Yeezy, but that new kind of transparent stripe on it that I think is really cool. A lot of people like them. They're probably gonna go really quickly. Yeah, resembling the cream Yeezy 350. Overall, like, I think it's a very cool, very cool color. Let me see if I can hit. I don't know why in OBS you can't, like, I'm trying to like just have my chat on while not having OBS, and it doesn't like that. So kind of just having it just in case people start joining in, wanting to talk. I got it here, so we'll see how if anybody joins. So let's see. Pure Oats March 21st. I think that'll be a really cool drop. Kind of see if anything happens there. Obviously we have the Fear of God Essentials today. There's 100 Thieves tomorrow. Represent just redropped their what's called their design crew hoodies, and I really like this one. Like, this is money. Like, one of the coolest designs I think I've seen on a hoodie. And it was made for their team and then made for everybody else after that when people started seeing it and liking it. So really nice pieces. More baggy denim if you're looking to get a quality pair of baggy denim. They're really good. 247 pants I'll have to make a video about. I love the 247 pants. I don't know if they're worth the price point given some of the quality concerns I've had over them. Like, I've had 4 pairs now of different ones. I've had one of the original V1s, a second pair of V1s, but in like the second rendition of it, and then I've gotten the what's it called, the V2s with the zipper instead of the toggles, and then I have a pair of the everyday ones, and with, like, they have a cuff at the bottom with a zipper on the back, almost like a Lululemon style look. And like, I love the V2s. The V2s are my favorite ones by far. Before I even get into video, those are my favorites and the ones I wear all the time. But all of them have had very different stitching concerns, which when you're paying $175 for a pant, you don't expect to get, like, it's a little disappointing. Like, on my first pair that I've had, it's the first round, I'll give them some slack. Around like the crotch area, I felt like some of the stitching was just coming loose too quickly. Maybe I didn't buy the right size, maybe I didn't, but it's like, you shouldn't be having issues within like a first month of wearing an item like this. Like, I've had a lot of Lululemon stuff. I'm wearing a pair of Vuori joggers right now. None of them have that issue at all. And it's, for me, it just, if you're paying this much for something, I expect a little bit better quality. And maybe I got it tugged on something, but my V2s I wore every day in New York. Amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, amazing. Wore them every day when I went to New York. Mainly because I forgot my belt and I couldn't wear my pants because my pants would just fall down. And I don't really want to look like a street thug when I don't know the area of where I'm at. And the V2s are amazing. Didn't smell, didn't do anything. Fantastic pair. But I did know, oh, hold on. I'm gonna stop talking. We just got into here. Let's see what we can get. Oh wait, what am I doing? Men. No, I don't want the wheat. I don't want this one. Let's see. About to say, the moment I saw my bottom screen refresh, I'm like, well, I guess it's time to get to business, huh? I don't see that 1977 hoodie. Oh, I just jinxed it. Let's do 130. Oh, must be on the next page. Yeah, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do a size large. Add the bag. I'm gonna hide. Oh wait. Oh well. Oh God. Please don't start with this. There we go. I'm ready. Oh, out of stock already. Holy crap. Let me do this real quick. I'm just hiding. So people can't just see where I live and stuff like that. That. Let's see. Oh, yep. Oh, there we go. I got through pretty quickly. I can't really show you this because it has my order information on here. Let me see if I can hide it real quick with something else. But just to show you guys. Hello? Oh, nope, this isn't working. I'm trying to figure out a way to kind of show my order without showing my order numbers so I don't get like some random person canceling it or anything. I don't think people will mind if I their stuff. So here we go. Let me make sure this is showing up properly. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well, no, that definitely showed everything. Well, at least no one's watching this, you know? Like that's a good thing, right? Like if I just showed something that it is like, oh, I gotta double check. I'm like, I don't think anybody's watching the stream, but like I feel like people after, you know, like I don't mind after the fact. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, no one's watching this thing right now. So but yeah, that was the piece copped. So if you guys want to see, let me see if I can go back to make sure that it's off. I'm gonna go back and kind of check out and see what else is on here. Let me see if it'll let me go back into the queue without having to like do a bunch of random stuff. Yeah, it will. So you can kind of see like a lot of stuff. Be careful when you're buying, like when you quick shop is probably the best bet when you're on computer. It told me it was out of stock and I was still able to check out. So this is a piece I got right here. I'll be real, I don't even know, but yeah, you can kind of see it's small, medium, large, extra large. We'll see how it fits. I'm a little bit nervous on how it's gonna fit in the shoulders due to the raglan cut. But this is kind of how it is. I actually didn't get a link on the Facebook group, surprisingly enough. But this is the thing I got personally. I don't like buying stuff to resell because you know I've tried it before with Fear of God and it's such like a hit or miss thing depending on just like the season, what people are into, things like that. This amber color, really nice. I like that it has no kind of logos on it or anything like that. The mock just neck, I just feel like it's not tight enough, and I got a big head, so I don't want to make it look bigger than what it really is too. This tan shirt's really nice. I don't think it'd mesh well with my skin color, but really nice. Let's see. Yeah, sweat shorts. I don't know. I just wouldn't buy them personally for $70 after what I've had to deal with, and I've seen like the thing coming off. It's not worth it to me personally. Trying to see here. Yeah, that's kind of like it. I haven't seen anything selling out yet, so maybe I just gotten early. I don't know if I did or not. I don't know how to share this, even if I could. Like, am I able to just share this link? Like, I don't know. Like, is that what people need? Like, I got in. Yeah, no one's buying. Someone's saying, let me switch. Someone's saying like no one's buying stuff on PacSun right now. Like, yeah, Essence, but I think Essence sold out. I know the mainline site sold out, but I never know like if it's just like for hype, you know, like a lot of people do, or what. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what people say. Let's go back to this. Kind of see like, you know, a lot of different stuff. I like the direction that Jerry's taking this. It's a lot more subdued, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, I like the big logos on the back. You know, like it's the same thing I probably have with Represent. Like, if you're making an essentials piece and you're gonna call it like essentials or blanks, stuff like that, I think they should be items that are definitely essential, you know, like, and something that you could wear for years to come, and that really focus more on the fit and paying maybe a little bit more for a good fit than, you know, paying for a logo. You know, like that I know it's me. I know a lot of people are hype beasts. They like the logo. They want to make sure, oh look, I spent $80 on a sweatshirt. For me, it's like I don't like always having a logo. I kind of like the fact with this black hoodie, not this one, with like this black like 1977 piece, like it's a if you know you know type thing. Like, yeah, there's branding on it, obviously. Like, let's not lie to ourselves here. But you know, it's something I like. I don't know what the difference between this is. Is this just like loose at the bottom and knit instead of like a hoodie? Oh yeah. I don't know how that'd hold up long term, especially for $130. I don't know. But see, like with this, like what I like about it personally is that it's just very, very like simple, plain, has a little bit of branding for Fear of God in the back. But like it does focus more on the fit of the garment rather than the whole entire branding. Like, yeah, I get 1977, but really, like, if you don't know Fear of God, do you even know what that is? Okay, and it's a little concerning that stuff isn't selling out. Like, those other guys, right? Like, I'm a little like perplexed on what's happening on site. Let's see. Restocking. I mean, why would I don't know why stuff would be restocking when they just sold it, you know? But I mean, I'm not I'm not gonna be the first person to talk about that. But yeah, I think this is probably a nice one of the nicest pieces from this if you're really into like that like kind of preppy look. That one's really nice. Rahim sweater. It reminds me of like a lot of the Sanj or Sanjeev. I can never pronounce his name right. That kind of look, which a lot of guys can definitely nail. I definitely can't. I'm a little bit too hefty right now, but I think this look is definitely a look. And it's like cropped up too as a tall guy. Like I'm 6'2". It makes it a little bit more difficult because the proportion of the garment really plays into how something fits. And it's something for me where it's like, like, not my cup of tea. I like this hoodie though too. Like the color's really nice. The branding, none of it. I like no branding like that. But it's a little bit interesting that they would put branding on the shorts and the sweatpants, but not the hoodie. I don't know. Maybe the little logo I think would have been nice on that. You know, just to make it match, because like everything else has it. It's just a little weird. Like this doesn't have it, but the other ones do. Oh look, there's even okay. There's different color. Okay, kind of just going through everything on PacSun again. I'm like, maybe there's something. There's free shipping, so it's not that big a deal if you buy 2 orders of it. Oatmeal hoodie, not my cup of tea for this one. Kind of looks like something you buy at Walmart, if I'm being honest. For me, like, I'd rather just buy from Walmart or Target than buy a oatmeal hoodie looking one. Heather, yeah, it's my wife's name, but don't really care for that. Yeah, I think that's like pretty much it. Like that's the drop. I don't think there's really anybody in this chat for me to kind of talk to or anything like that. I'll check. Do that. Yeah. So since there's really like no one in this chat right now, nothing like that. I copped what I needed to cop. Which if you guys, if you're watching all the way through, you know what I got already. Um, I'll definitely be making my return to YouTube shortly. I've been definitely MIA for months now. Just been busy. Like honestly, I've been busy, and then you get kind of the point where you get a lot of like negative feedback on a lot of stuff that you're doing, and it just kind of brings you down a little bit. Even if like I try my best not to let it affect me, but we're all humans. It definitely does kind of eat into you the more you get that kind of like negative feedback like that. Something I've been definitely working on for me personally is just working out, getting back into shape. Definitely let myself go there, and it's a little reason why I wasn't making videos either. But nowadays, like I've dropped 22 pounds since December, and kind of getting back into the thing of things. Like that's been a big thing for me is just getting back on a plan that works, getting on a right train of thought too. I feel like my mental hasn't really been where it's needed to be, and I acknowledge that with my own personal life. But everybody's different. Everybody has different things in their life that can affect them. For me, it was just starting a business, getting clients, getting stuff like that. It's a pain in the ass, and it was something I had to put the fashion stuff on the back burner. But nowadays, it's definitely been picking up a bit. Like I'm still not. I don't know. Like kind of like I mentioned, like I'm not super duper into a lot of the trendy stuff. Like I'm not into just making trends just to make trend videos. Like that's just not who I am. And I'll have to probably make a video just explaining like if you're younger, try out some different trends, figure out what you really like. But then once you get to the professional world, like where I'm at, it's difficult to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna wear trendy clothing all the time and wear like what my favorite YouTuber wears, because a lot of YouTubers get free clothing. Like I'm an extremely small YouTuber in the grand scheme of things, at like 1,000 subscribers. That's nothing in the grand scheme of like you look at some of the other big fashion YouTubers, and a lot of them. Hold on, I don't like this song. This is distracting. Um, but a lot of the other YouTubers get a lot of their clothing for free. Like one of my favorite fashion guys is Paul Fonabella. He's probably like one of the few fashion guys I still watch. Gets a lot of stuff for free. I know I watch Harrison Neville, gets a lot of shoes, a lot of stuff like that for free. It's just like when I make videos about free clothing, it's like I want to make sure I'm still doing my people, my subscribers right, because they probably subscribe because of a little bit more quality clothing. And if I'm getting a pair of $80 denim, like they need to be better than minimal, they need to be better than Abercrombie, everything like that. And I've definitely like I'm not taking any money for all of it too. It's just been like they're like, hey, can you make us a review? I'm like, yeah. Like, am I allowed to say whatever I want? Yeah. Okay, cool. If I can't say whatever I want, whatever. But yeah, that's it. It just hasn't excited me. Like even like a brand was reached out to me. I'm not gonna name any names, and not in a bad way, but it was just a lot of trendy clothing. And I looked at my wife and I'm like, I cannot see myself wearing any of this. And I can't in my right mind recommend this to people if I wouldn't wear it. It's something with fashion where I feel like a lot of different brands release a bunch of garbage. Um, and like I don't want to like name names, but like I'm gonna name names just because I don't like. Okay, let's look at this. Like you're gonna spend 35 bucks on this, and I think legitimately like it's a nice wash, but like there's a reason why they can't sell it out. Like this size may sell out. Like I know that they have plenty of inventory left if they're saying that. Like, and I don't like this consumerist like mentality of like just releasing. Like I get that like a brand probably came out with this like Chrome Hearts or something and it sold out, but like really the only time I can see someone wearing this, like a dude wearing this like actually out in public, would be like 4th of July. Like it doesn't make sense. The skeleton stuff, I never makes. I don't know like what came with hot rods, and putting flames on our jeans. Like I remember back when I was like, what was it? When I was a wee lad, um, always like the Hot Wheels games. I put like hot rod stuff on my car, and This is kind of like what it reminds me of. I it's funny because I like pretty much everything else except for that. And then like, why? Like why? Like I'm a Christian dude. Like I know this is probably a little bit more like Catholic Catholicism, but like why? It it just reaches like I don't know. Like I think there's a reason why this is like 17 bucks. Like Uncle Punk wants you? Like I don't know. Like I don't like dissing on brands because like I think Minimal does a lot of really good stuff in the community. I think, making cheaper alternatives and stuff like that is like really important. Because a lot of people, like for me even, I want to try a trend, but I don't want to spend $200 on a pair of Represent denim. So like maybe $50 denim, see if I like the look, and then if I like it for me personally, that's when I buy a little bit more higher quality stuff. I'm not gonna say everything made in China is terrible quality either. I don't believe in that. I think that you can buy good quality clothes from anywhere, and a lot of actual tech like products, like jackets, workout gear, a lot of it's made in China. Even the Represent stuff, they make it in China, and they're saying that like they get better quality from Chinese goods than they do from the made in England one that they did. And I can actually like attest to that. Like they're not like BSing you. I mean, maybe maybe costs are a little bit lower, obviously, because you can get cheaper labor in China. Um, but there's a lot of costs in that too, because it's like for them, I think you would have to ship it from China all the way to like England or Germany, because I think that's where they're keeping their second warehouse now. And that's just how it is when in the business like that. That's really like I'm just not interested in making fashion content for a lot of trendy stuff. Like I see a lot of stuff that dudes wear, and I'm like, a lot of it's kind of cool. This depends on the person. Like for me, I just know I can't rock a lot of stuff that a lot of other people can because I'm just a bigger human. It just will look like I put a like what's called like a bathtub drape all over me. But like when you look at something like this, like let's see if I can pull this up. Like if we're looking at this thing right here, it's a really nice piece. Like this is a piece that I think looks really good. I know my camera's kind of cutting it off a little bit, but you know, this to me is like one of my favorite pieces for Minimal like that. I just don't know how it fits. I don't like buying stuff on last returns if I don't know how it fits. But like if you're in the market for like just a plain black like crew neck, and you were a little bit curious on like maybe if I like the color, maybe I don't like the color. Sites like Minimals are really important for that. H&M, all that. But like for me, it's just something that I've kind of grown away from. My brother, it makes sense. If you're in high school, buy the cheap trendy clothing, honestly. They're gonna grow out of it. Like you're gonna want to go into trends. You're gonna want to like buy some of this stuff, try out different things. And when you get a little bit older, like for me, like a lot of the clothing I wear now, it's a lot of the same. I buy a lot of stuff from Represent. I buy a lot of stuff like that. So, it depends on person to person, kind of like what they like. Um, you see this M170? Does this have zippers at the inseam? Yeah. Like, I'm about to say, I'm like, I actually see. I like paint splatter. I just wouldn't pay a lot for paint splatter jeans. It's probably the weirdest trend that I like. I have a paint splatter hoodie from Minimal that I was just like, screw it, I'll try it, see what I like about it. And overall, like it's my most talked about hoodie too. Like when I go out in public, like it's the one hoodie that people always like ask me about. They're like, oh, you're doing an art project, are you an artsy person? I'm like, no, I just bought this hoodie for like 40 bucks. Like I don't know, you gotta be honest with people. You can't be lying to them. Like no, it's like the impression nowadays to just lie to people about everything, but that's just how it is. But yeah, it's kind of my thoughts about cheap trendy clothing, since thought I'd kind of add this into this video if anybody's watching it later. um all a little bit different. Everybody's a little bit different with their journey in fashion, and for me, I've just reached a point where I don't like making videos like this, and it was kind of the reason why. That's what I was talking about, like why I wasn't making videos. And it's because stuff like this is like what's in, and I just don't care. Like I like timeless things. Like this hoodie for me, like yeah, if I don't like represent anymore, I guess it's not timeless, and it's probably the only thing I don't like about it. But like overall, it's pretty simple. My watches that I have, like both of them, like I'll have them up here, but it's like they're both like very like timeless. Like I could wear these for the rest of my life, and I plan on, you know, having both of them for the rest of my life. Pass them down to my kid eventually. That's just how I am, you know. Having better quality stuff, less of it, more timeless. It's kind of why I think a lot of dudes should just stick with a lot of like slimmer denim in general, because they're just more timeless. I feel like if I was in a market for something, I would try to thrift, relax cut jeans and stuff like that, or buy cheap ones, and then buy a little bit more quality, skinnier, slim fit denims. Because in my opinion, so fashion is like cyclical. It goes in a circle. So like you're gonna have times where skinny denim with tight clothing, all of it is gonna be in. And then you're gonna have times like the Jerry times, where you're gonna have skinny denim and an oversized hoodie. I'm pretty much still living in that style, if I'm being honest. Like I'm not gonna front with you guys. That's pretty much just what I enjoy. I say first one is a little bit more like that business look of like very slim all the way down. Second one is definitely a little bit more street in the sense of like how it is. And then the third one that where we got was the oversized tops, and that's kind of like where we're at right now. Oversized top, oversized bottom. I feel like we'll eventually people will get tired again. I actually like where we're at in fashion right now in terms of like what's seen as like trendy and stylish is so different. You can wear a lot of skinny denim, you can wear a lot of skinny clothes if you rock it, and it's all kind of like still, and like you can all still work. Versus if you know, I like the fact that you can wear anything essentially. Like when you look at Instagram, you can have people that kind of look like me, probably still look like the still part in 2017 in terms of like streetwear fashion. That's just because it's was what fits us well. And then you have people where they definitely have the little bit more nuanced kind of workwear look, which I mean I've gone kind of not workwear, but like the little like shirts, nice plain t-shirt, and you're probably gonna see me bring it out in summer a little bit more, once it starts getting a little bit warmer here in California. But then it's like you're gonna have the people that can just wear a bunch of oversized clothing. I think of like Galax as like a really good person for that. Like he's able to wear a lot of bigger clothing and make it look really good. Like he's the one guy where it's like, okay, maybe I could pull this off, but we'll see, you know. I like where fashion's at, but it's just not something I get excited about. Like it's not something I want to like make a video about and talk with everybody. I had the Trendy Tuesdays, and you know, I didn't have a lot of popular opinions, and I like that. Like I think having unpopular opinions makes you a little bit more individualistic in the sense of fashion. Like if everybody's disagreeing with you about what you think, or like I think I made a video about man bags and someone's arguing with me about prices a year later. Like it's like saying like, yeah, you can go buy a used car for $15,000, and then someone maybe a year ago you make that video of like, oh look at this Acura LX, or look at this like Honda Accord or something like that, you know, random cars. I mean, maybe there's like someone makes a video like, oh, it's the best car for $15,000 in the used market. And someone comes back a year later now, you know, like with this current market that we're dealing with right now. And it is like, oh, that car's $25,000. What the hell are you talking about? I can't buy anything for cheaper than that. Like, dude, this has been a year old video. Like, I don't know what to tell you on that one, you know? And it's like, you like that's the problem with making a lot of videos like that, is because I mention stuff, you know, like you could buy a Danube man bag for like $300 on Grailed, you know, like 300 to 400 depending on like the thing, all day long. And then a year later, you know, people I think caught on to that, bought them, and then, you know, I'm actually curious. I haven't looked literally since I made that video, but let's go to, so I don't want to hide anything, and I'm, you know, I still got a little bit of time. Louis Vuitton, Danube. Let's see. Yeah, like $500. Like, it's not even gone up in price that much. Like, you can still buy one of these for like $400. Like, I'm not wrong with saying like 300. It's only gone up $100, which like with the state of inflation, Hell, gas prices nowadays, like 350, like 2 months ago. So, like, I'm not, this is, but the reason why, like, I stopped making a lot of those videos is because it's like, people would look at it a year later, and they get randomly recommended by YouTube a year later after everything. And then it's like the state of everything is just different, like and people are different about man bags, but like I don't see them as much anymore unless you're at festivals and stuff like that. In LA, I was seeing them quite a bit, and then you just stop seeing dudes wear them, and that's why I was just like, you know what, like if you buy something like this, they hold their value. um and if you really want to get in the trend, I actually recommend sometimes like buying the nicer thing, because like pieces like this are so vintage that like people will want them down the road. People will pay like a little bit extra for that brand. And it was that video is probably my most perplexing one, because of like, most of the times I recommend people, when it comes to trends, buy the cheap thing. That was the one video where I actually recommended people go out and buy this bag, because it just doesn't go down in value. Like, it is pretty much dropped to its low point, and you can basically buy and resell it for the same prices. You could have bought this for $300, 324, and then you can probably sell it for 324 a year later or a few months later. It doesn't really lose its value. And bags, stuff like that, is really important in the industry. I think that's a very interesting thing. Not everybody's like that though. Everybody's a little bit different. I wouldn't suggest a Supreme one, because I feel like the moment you wear it, the value just drops a lot. Kind of seeing what people are talking about. Facebook group now too. Okay, so people are still kind of getting to the room. But yeah, yeah, I just kind of like talking fashion. I might just have to make videos like this every now and again and just post them with kind of like just general thought process on things, kind of like non-scripted videos. Kind of just showing you guys. Like, I feel like everything's different, and I feel like I got kind of bored with the setup back here where like all my stuff is. Like, it just, not that it gets boring, it just gets to a point where you're just like, you want something a little bit different. And then I'm a little bit nervous to film in public. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't getting a little bit nervous in public when it comes to a lot of stuff like that. Like, everybody's different though. Everybody is a different beast when it comes to stuff, and it's just not, I don't know. Like I said, everybody's different. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's so pretentious too. I watch a lot of Casey Neistat, and I have like a very similar, like, I bought a lot of stuff influenced by him. And it's like, I don't want to be seen as like a Casey Neistat poser, even though it's like, that's what I bought, But like, like, why buy that stuff and be influenced by somebody if you weren't trying to do it? So we'll kind of see there. I'm still trying to think of some ideas. I have some giveaway stuff. Hold on, let me show. If anybody ever makes it through this far in the video, like, that's incredible. But give me 1 second. I got this hat here. Let me show it. I'm gonna put this. So, I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever gonna watch this far into a live stream video that no one's really been watching, but I think so. I have this hat that I mentioned earlier. This is the Fear of God mainline. You can tell by the 5 on the back instead of the MLB logo. You can also tell, like, right here, completely authentic. I bought this at the sample sale, or I don't know what to call it. It's just a bunch of overstock stuff from what he had before. I'll probably mention some shoes from there. I don't even, I forget. Oh, you can see like a bunch of my shoes down here. So you can see, like, I have like right here, I have a basketball sneaker. So, or basketball sneaker? Yeah, basketball sneaker. That's the one. And that one, to me, I enjoy. I bought it. It was like $100. No, $75 actually. I forget. 100, 125, 75. I think it's 7. I think I paid 75. Yeah, I could be wrong. I forget. It's been like a month. I have that. I've had this shirt for forever. I don't even know how much they go for anymore. I've never even tried this shirt on. It's from Represent, so I want to kind of feature it in a Represent video. And it is this right here. Not everybody's gonna like this, you know. Like I didn't like it, you know. There we go. Oh, is it gonna focus? Is it gonna focus? Is it gonna focus? There we go. You can kind of see. I don't know. Someone might like that. Someone might not. The quality of it's amazing. 1 in 100. So only 100 people have this T-shirt in the world. So yeah, I don't know. Thought I'd give it away. I've never worn it, and I've had it for like a year now, or 2 years now, I think. And then I need to make a video and finish this. So these ones I have tried on. Never wore them out in public. I just try them on for video, stuff like that, and they're really dusty. But Richie Lee denim, I have 2 pairs. I think I need to try these on again and see how I feel about them. They're just the black ones. I just don't think I like the fit of them personally. They fit very, how do I say it? Like, I don't know. They don't fit exactly how I want them to fit. And this pair, I just thought I think it'd look a little bit better in person, like the wash. And I don't know. It's definitely like an SLP like variant of a color, but these 2 ones for me personally are just the ones where I'm like, not really too into it personally, you know. I don't know. I definitely need to try on the other pair again, see what I feel about them, and then kind of go from there. But those, like, I want to come back strong with these videos. I mean, today was just a live stream to kind of get myself back into talking to a camera and getting that all together. You know, everybody's different when it comes to that. So we'll see how that is. But I think this is where I'm gonna end it today. We're like an hour and 8 minutes into the stream. Might do a few other kind of live streams like this in the future. When it comes to a little bit more drops, stuff like that. Usually if it's on a Friday or something, we can, I mean, no one's here, but like I like making videos like this. And I'll keep these up on the channel for, you know, anybody wants to see them, kind of go back, watch them and stuff like that. I mean, if you made it this far, you know, like the video. I mean, I don't think anybody's been in this. Oh, someone has been in here. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. So we got at least one person that was watching this along with me, hearing me ramble and talk to myself for, you know, an hour. But yeah, that's the Fear of God drop. I'm gonna show you guys again in case anybody comes this far. Bought this hoodie, like $90. Different colors were available on site. This is a 1977. Again, I like this because it was so like it's a if you know you know type thing, and I like stuff like that. I'm very curious on the wash in person. It says it's inspired by vintage athletic wear. I'm a little curious on like what that exactly means, exactly the quality of it. We'll kind of see what happens. Oh, Tara, today. Well, hello in the chat. But this is what I got. I made it through the PacSun one down here. Let me see if it's still. Let's look again before I leave, because let's see if there's anything else that's sold out, stuff like that, if you're kind of curious on anything like that. Let's see. I feel like the 1977 hoodies. Oh, this one's still like completely in stock. Like, still, that's interesting to me. Like, I feel like in the past the stuff is sold out very, very quickly, and today it just, for whatever reason, like, I mean, let me see if you can actually check out with something, or if it's gonna tell you it's out of stock. See, like, it's weird. It's saying, like, I don't know if anybody just saw that. It'll say it's out of stock when you put it in the cart, and then it's like, it doesn't. So let me remove this just in case someone else wants to buy it. That's weird. I've never had that happen before on PacSun. Please select. Let's see if it doesn't. See, it says it's out of stock, and then it doesn't. Oh no, they're gonna like oversell a bunch of stuff. Watch. Like, I've just never seen a PacSun drop that's like 45 minutes in and still like not selling through everything, like it. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be like, ah, I might get an order cancellation if I'm being honest with you. Like it's I guess we'll see, because nothing is selling out at all. And then the one thing I saw, let me show you guys, 'cause I just saw someone say it up here. Oh yeah, they didn't release Coach's jacket. Let me show you guys. Again, if you guys are new to, let me do this one. If you guys are new to kind of drops for different stuff in general, this one's kind of interesting here. So you can kind of see with this whole community group. So this is, if you don't know, Paul Fontabella's group, the Locust and Wild Honey community, talks about like pretty much every drop. I've been utilizing this tool for years. Paul, I've never met the guy in person. I follow him. He follows me back on Instagram, which is really cool. I've even like sent him messages and he responds back or responds to my stories. I'm like, this is pretty freaking cool. Like I love this guy. Like I'd hang out with him in person if like I knew him in person, I'd go to some church groups with him too. I'm be real. Like that's just I know it's a big part of his life. It's a big part of my life. And having two good Christian guys in a community like this, really good. There's a bunch of other guys like that too. It's awesome. It's an awesome community to be part. I don't post much in here just because it's just not, I don't know, just not what like I lurk. That's my main thing. But getting into that, this Facebook group is one of the best tools if you're looking to buy stuff, or Fear of God in particular. Pretty much always someone posting about some type of drop. And people selling stuff. So like, oh, someone's like, I want to buy some dunks. Size 8 to 12. I mean, they're probably looking to resell or something. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Or want to buy. Yeah, want to buy. But this is what I was looking at earlier, where people are talking about like, oh, why is stuff not selling out? Restocking. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense to me since it just dropped. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I meant for Essence. Let's look. I haven't really shopped on Essence in a while. Again, I think a lot of the fashion stuff right now is just going up in price. What? I think a lot of the fashion stuff in general is going to go up in price because of the pandemic. Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's restocking. Large is sold out on Essence, so keep that in mind for like me, buy a size large in Essentials. Usually, I will say if you're new to Essentials, a lot of stuff fits a little bit big. So usually, whatever like your true to size is, and like a fitted t-shirt, I would go down one size usually. And in pants, I usually go with my true to size. So like my true to size top, if it's like a fitted t-shirt, usually an XL. I'm a big dude. Most essential stuff I take in a large. Pretty much always fit me pretty well, or fit me. I'm not gonna say well. Fit me exactly how it was intended to fit. It might not always fit well, like in terms of like how it fits on my body, but it fits how Jerry intended it to be worn. So keep that in mind. I don't know how this stuff is gonna fit in terms of like this looser bottom. I feel like if you have a big ass like me, it's just not gonna fit that great. But who knows? It just seems a little bit awkward, the length of that. Like maybe a little bit shorter, because I think these are longer than t-shirts, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But you can kind of see, like, let's look at this beige 1977. Yeah, like maybe there just is a ton of stock for this. That'd be a really good thing in my opinion. Like I think having a lot of stock is definitely a good thing. It gets people what they want, Only bad part is not being able to return stuff, like if they're going to be making this much stock. So it's like, if you're in my position where you don't know if you really enjoy it or not, and you don't know how it's going to fit, not having a return policy really sucks. So just something to keep in mind with that. Let's see. Anything else? This black pullover jacket. I know it had a storm jacket. I did not see that on Paxton actually. This is kind of cinched at the waist. I think that would be. I think this could look really good on women with that, because a lot of women's stuff is very cinched at the waist. And I mean, I feel like the only downside to that for a woman would be that it might be a little bit too low, because I think of like this guy. He looks pretty tall. Like, let's say 6'4", and it's fitting right at his waist. So on a woman, it might be a little bit too low. But like, I think this jacket looks sick. I just have way too many jackets, and it doesn't. I mean, this is definitely something different. My wife would kill me if I bought this, though, especially for $285. Like, I don't know. You're reaching like high-end jacket territory, and I don't know if Jerry's worth it. Like, I don't know if it's truly worth it or not. Let's look at this black. I'm just gonna look at Essence right now. Like, see, okay, this is what I mean by like buying cheap stuff. Like, that doesn't look good at all. That neckline looks terrible. Like, you look at like this, and then let me get my where is it? I'm getting the Paxton one up so you guys can kind of see. I mean, Paxton one kind of looks like that too, not gonna lie. Like, look at that. Like, a clean, crisp collar like that, it needs, I think, a little bit better material on that, especially for $80. Like, you don't want to be buying that, wearing it for like a year, and then be like, oh, it looks like I got like chips, like a Ruffles chip all over my neck, or like what I think people call it, like bacon neck, because it kind of get like the waves to it, like $80, like, no. I dig it. I love the look. I really do love the look. I just hate that. Like, if you're gonna be paying like that much money for something like that, you want something that's gonna be structured and last. That's not structured. That's probably not gonna last. I get it. It's cheap clothing, but like, it's still $40 for a t-shirt is not cheap. $40 for a t-shirt is definitely in like the higher end stuff of what normal people pay for something. I would say like 60 to 70 is a high end, and when you look at Represent, they're definitely extremely high end. Like, that's luxury. John Elliott is, I think, the bar when it comes to like good quality t-shirts for like slightly luxury prices, and I think he only charges still 100 for. Oh, that's Fear of God. It's weird. I didn't see it anywhere. Like, I didn't see that Coach's jacket until someone mentioned it. Let's look. Is t-shirt shirts? I think it's shirts. No, okay. In my head, I was like, shirts is gonna be like regular shirts. Tees, duh. Like, okay. Let's not look at the cotton cashmere. That's obviously gonna cost a little bit more. His Lucky Pocket tees are 108, and they feature a little bit more detailing. How do I filter fit guide? Yeah. There's nothing here, guys. There's no oh, let's just show you. There's nothing. What? Okay, let's go with an oversized and relaxed, okay? I'm trying. Is everything his now that? No. So $100. I know he has different anti-expo tee, okay. $98. That's what I was kind of looking for. This is like a very like normal John Elliott one. $98. That's kind of what you're expecting to pay. University tee, another one, 118. So probably for a short sleeve, it's around 100. Yep, $98. So keep in mind, like, that's a luxury price tag. So like that. Then you have Represent. That's like $110. But I think on sale they go for like 60. So like, you're in that upper echelon of t-shirts. That's why I don't like when people are like, "Oh, you're buying essentials. You're buying cheap fast fashion t-shirt." No, Uniqlo at $10 is a fast fashion t-shirt. This is getting done high end, and stuff like that for $80 is just, for me, it's unacceptable. Everybody's different though. Everybody has different stuff that they, they'll buy and think it's worth it. For me, no, no. Like, I, I don't know. It's old man yelling at cloud right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, who would spend $80 for bacon neck? Well, apparently people will. So, I would say to go with something like this, like a regular mock neck, where it's gonna sit closer on your skin, because then you won't have that as much, since it's a little bit less structured, and you're paying like $25 less if it's in your size. That is. And I think that looks better. Like, if it wrinkles up a little bit, or which, clothing can tend to do that. It's just something to keep in mind there. It's sweatshirt. So okay, this is probably more like an apples to apples. So you get your regular crew neck that has a little bit more of like a mocked neck up to like up your neck. Duh. And then this one is the mock neck, where it's still a mock neck, obviously, because it's called the mock neck, but it's a little bit wider. So just a little bit different style. Actually, does that have it? Like, this has like a mocked neck. Okay, like it's gonna feel a little bit tight putting it over your head, especially got a big noggin like mine. You're gonna feel it when you put it on. This actually, it's a little bit higher neck. I don't know if I'd say mock neck. Now I'm kind of looking back on it, but something to keep in mind. Track pants. I got big thighs. I need stretch. I don't think these have any stretch. That's why I didn't even look at them. Like, again, it's like that straight profile, which I think works well with some sneakers, so just keep that in mind. For me, it just doesn't work. I really like that Coach's jacket, though. I just wish it didn't say Essentials on the back. I feel like it's screen printed, so you can almost just take it off. But this has kind of been the whole drop, like this is everything. Kind of a fun thing to do. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I know one person that stopped by. I think probably like 2 or 3 this whole live stream. I gotta get going. I gotta get started with some tasks on the business end of things. I'm munching on a protein bar here. Just so everybody doesn't hear me munching on a protein bar, because I feel like that's kind of weird. But anyway, that's been the Fear of God Essentials drop. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. It's definitely been a few people in here. I'm seeing some likes come in right now. I appreciate all the support. I'll be back making videos soon enough. It's been a little bit busy. Like I said earlier, been a little bit busy for me, so plan on making some videos. I might do some, again, I kind of like just talking to myself, doing some live streams and then leaving these content up for people to watch later. It'd be kind of interesting. YouTube's a great platform when it comes to doing this, because then I can just have it uploaded and then never have to worry about stuff. Like, that's, for a creator that's smaller, I think it's really nice to have people kind of like tuning in like that. So we'll see. Oh, we had like 3 people at one point. That's pretty good. I'm trying to think of anything else. No, that's kind of it. We're gonna have some giveaways in upcoming videos on different stuff, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I need to start heading out, getting some stuff going here. But anyways, thank you guys so much for anybody stop by the video. If you see us later, leave a like on the video. Really appreciate it. We'll do some more live cops like this later, maybe some Adidas ones, stuff like that, because that's really, I've never won a what's it called, a Yeezy one. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace.